Hello, everyone. My name is Randy Rosemond, set to call the play-by-play of the first ever Ladies Ball, the top girls basketball tournament in the world, with some of the top players you'd ever want to see. You know, we're going to come to you out of 8 different regions this year, but the key is those winners are going to get funneled into Knoxville, Tennessee for the championships, and the women will be powered by the Women's Hall of Fame. They're representing this tournament so very well. This is where the legends of the past meet the stars of tomorrow. Let's go, you know where, to the first ever Ladies Ball.
From the creators of the world's biggest events comes the most exciting girls basketball event ever created. The best are celebrated at the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame in Knoxville. Now, the best girls teams will earn the right to be a part of basketball history. The nation's top teams will be selected to represent their state in competition. 8 regional playoffs, leading up to championship week and a chance to play on national television. All roads lead to Knoxville. Which teams will get the call to the ball? When history calls, what will you do? Welcome to the new world of girls basketball.
My name is Kinsley Williams. I'm from Oklahoma City. My favorite thing is playing basketball. My favorite person is my cousin, and my favorite activity is basketball.
My name is Madison Presley. I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and my favorite thing is basketball. My name is Ariana Walter. I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and my favorite thing is to play basketball.
My name is Jayliana. I'm from Oklahoma City, and my favorite thing is basketball. My name is Amaya Cheatham, and I'm from Oklahoma City, and my favorite thing is basketball.
My name is Brooklyn Henderson. I'm from Oklahoma City. My favorite thing is basketball.
My name is Lauren Carey. My favorite thing is, I'm from Oklahoma City. My favorite thing is to play basketball.
My name is Annabelle Crawford. I'm from Oklahoma. My favorite thing is to play basketball. My name is Brinley. I'm from Oklahoma City, and my favorite thing to do is play basketball.
Hi, my name's Coach Kay. I'm from Choctaw, Oklahoma, and my favorite thing is being a mom and being a coach.
Hi, my name is DeAndre Walter. Go by Coach Dre. My favorite thing is spending time with my family and coaching these girls. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michael Mache Henderson. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and my favorite thing to do is play basketball.
Hello, my name is Hartley Barnes, and I'm from San Angelo, Texas, and my favorite person is Steph Curry.
Hi, my name is Zoe Ross. I'm from Garland, Texas, and I like playing sports.
Hi, my name is Alexa Bibb, and I'm from Lavon, Texas, and my favorite person is Steph Curry.
Hello, my name is Finley Hine. I'm from McKinney, Texas, and my favorite thing is to play basketball.
Hi, I'm Gabby Archer. I'm from Plano, Texas, and my favorite basketball player is Kawhi Leonard.
Hi, I'm Natalia Moore, and I'm from McKinney, Texas, and my favorite thing to do is play basketball.
Hi, my name is Hadley Ternay. I'm from Richardson, Texas, and my favorite activity is to play sports.
My name is Aubrey Michelle Coleman-Axtell. I am from Frisco, Texas. My favorite thing to do is play basketball. My favorite person is Brittany Griner. My favorite activity is basketball.
Hello, my name is Coach Alan Moore. I'm from McKinney, Texas. My favorite thing to do is home improvement projects around the house.
Hi, my name is Reggie Bibb. I'm from Mesquite, Texas. My favorite thing is coaching my girls.
The rules of the game here at the ladies' ball.
We're here at the Southwest Regional Final with Coach Reggie of Victory Elite. Coach, it's been a long journey to get here. You've played really well. You're in the finals. What's the key to today's victory?
The key is pressure, defensive intensity. Whichever one of these teams can apply the best defensive pressure and defensive intensity is going to come out victorious today.
Awesome. Well, we wish you luck today, Reggie, and we'll see you at halftime.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you.
You bet. Take care. Thanks. All right, we're here with DeAndre of the Krush Queens 2029 group. DeAndre, you made another final. We've seen you. You've got a good group. It's been a long weekend, but your girls have fought hard. You're in the finals. So tell me what's going to be the key to the game today?
Keys for today, we got to put the ball in the hole. Defensively, we got to execute. And, again, our point guards and guards just got to handle the basketball, man. Convert on those turnovers, get back on D, and, hey, man, just go out here and work hard.
W takes you to Knoxville, Tennessee for the finals. So you like your chances?
Oh, yeah, I'm confident in my girls, man. They work hard. So the parents are invested, the kids are invested, we invested. So we put in the work, so it's time to just display it now. Let's get it.
All right, well, good luck to you,
Appreciate
DeAndre.
it.
Take care.
All right, have a good one.
You bet.
This is the 2029 championship regional game in the Southwest in Dallas, Texas. At the ladies' ball, it's Texas and Oklahoma. And doesn't that have a ring to it? Texas is in the gray, Oklahoma in the pink. Here we go. Randy Rosenblum, Kara Blumfield, the youngsters, the 2029 class. And the first shot is over the iron, no good. And here comes Oklahoma. Krush, the Krush Queens, and we've seen their program, and they get an early basket for Krush. They lead 2-0.
And Krush is just going to come out pressing. They're going to play fast. They love to create steals, get tips, and then they want to run, and that's what we're going to see. We're going to see youngsters flying all over the court here.
Number 1, Alexa Bibb, outstanding point guard for Texas, with Aubrey Coleman-Axtell, Zoe Ross, Hartley Barnes, and Gabby Archer. That's their starters. On the floor, they battle for it. Texas picks it up. Maddie Presley, Jaylee Gray, Brooke Crawford, Brooklyn Henderson, and Amaya Cheatham, the starters for Oklahoma City. The Krush Queens, coached by the familiar DeAndre Walter, who's got so many great teams in the program. And on the Texas side, Reggie Bibb is the head coach. Points will be at a premium at this one because these are feisty units. They're young, mostly 10-year-olds, and it's tough to score normally at this age. Going to the free throw line is the southpaw, Amaya Cheatham, KJ. And we play with the running clock, 2 20-minute halves. Krush Queens, 4-0 in the tournament. And they beat this Victory Elite team from Texas 28-27. So fasten your seatbelts. This one's going down to the wire, at least we think it is. If it's anything like their first meeting earlier this weekend. A good start for Krush. You see the quickness of this Krush Queens team from Oklahoma City. Nice drive and finish.
That was a beautiful step-through move, just slicing through the defense and recognizing that nobody is stopping you. So I'm going to continue to attack the basket.
Crawford with the theft. But she double dribbled. DeAndre Walter is a very active coach on the sideline for Krush Queens. He's off the bench, and the same can be said about Reggie Bibb. These coaches are very involved, and credit to them for getting these teams prepared for this championship game. Texas gets it back. They're battling and creating shots, but now Oklahoma City coming back the other way. This Oklahoma team is based in Oklahoma City. 5-0 start for the Krush Queens.
And what I love about these youngsters is you're going to see 3 different three-point lines on the floor. And a lot of times they don't care. They're going to launch it from as far as they can.
Yeah, and a lot of them have unlimited range, and they're unconscious. They can knock down it from way out yonder, but for some of them, they have to push it as hard as they can, though, because they're so young. Like that, you see that long shot taken by Zoe Ross. She just had to push it up there. Not easy to do. Foul, and Ross is going to the line. Her father played and coached at Texas Tech. She once had 11 steals in a game. This young lady, Zozo, that's what they call her. That's her nickname. Zoe Ross, 4, 6, and 10 years of age, and they're on the board on a Ross make.
And she'll be shooting 3 free throws here because she was fouled beyond the three-point line.
That one rattles in for Zoe. I just can't believe she had 11 steals in one game.
Thievery, that's Zoe.
The thief at the line. Pilfer power. Pretty good form at the charity stripe. That helps Texas get off the schneid and get a quick 3 and a theft. Barnes out in front. Has the ball out. A very good distributor. Number 17. Outstanding. Krush back the other way. Had a little bit of a carry there. Unfortunate bounce. Nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah, that's just when your legs are moving faster than your arms. This Krush team, they're so quick. They just got to learn to settle in, take care of the basketball. Sometimes don't go as fast as you think you can.
Another walk, and we'll see violations here and mistakes, and that's what you expect from 10-year-olds. But they're learning. They really are gifted players. But again, it is a learning experience. Good drive there, taken by Walter. And then you add to it, that the pressure is coming from the defense at this age. It really is tough to score, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's just great recovery defense from the Queens, and it caused that turnover. Dallas wasn't expecting them to get back so quickly.
Number 1 is Presley in red or pink. It's interesting color indeed. Colorful uniforms. I think it's more like red. You think it's pink, though, right?
It's pink. It's also the Krush Queens pink, so that gave it away for me.
Yeah, it really does. Crawford inside. Got it. Beautiful form by number 14, Brooke Crawford. 7-3 lead for Krush. Again, they're 4-0 and eked out a 28-27 victory over this Texas Victory Elite team. Texas playing right here in Dallas. This is their home city. Barnes, the adept ball handler. Unfortunately, that one goes out of bounds. It'll be back to Krush's Queens. 12:40 left in the first half, and a good start for Oklahoma. Crawford again inside. Henderson gave her a nice feed.
Yeah, that was a great look inside, and that's a really strong game plan. If Oklahoma continues to feed Crawford that low on the block, they will have some success.
That front line of Cheatham, Henderson, and Crawford is very good for Krush Queens. Crawford right there. Her sister puts it up no good. They got both Crawfords in there, Brindley and Brooke. They don't want to confuse us, do they? Brinley and Brooke.
Yeah.
But they're both very talented, very good. In the middle of that zone, that's where you want to attack from. That's where the openings will occur. Crawford runs it down. That's Brinley Crawford. They can go high-low here with the two Crawfords, but that one is lost. Bibb the other way. She'll back it up. Brinley Crawford with the rebound, but a couple good opportunities for Texas.
Yeah, Texas is getting good looks at the basket. They're just not converting, but with this steal, let's see if they get it done.
Barnes all the way. 2 points for Hartley Barnes, the 4'8", 10-year-old guard. She's a bundle of energy. She works hard on defense as well, and Barnes with the theft. Barnes all the way. Oh, she's providing some entertainment in this championship game. 2-point lead for the Queens. Crawford inside. Boy, those sisters work so adeptly together. They are terrific.
I think we're going to see a lot of them in this ball game, especially in that high-low set. It's just going to be, can Dallas really body up against them?
Got to get back defensively because the Krush Queens will force the action. Here comes Barnes, little road runner, running the offense. Deflected away and out of bounds. Well, good battle here. We've played just over 10 minutes of the first half. Again, 2 20-minute running halves, the running clock. But if it's competitive in the final 2 minutes, then they will have stoppages. If it's closer than a 15-point game, then you have stoppage down the stretch. This is the championship of the 2029 division. Brought in. Krush Queens with it. Barnes nearly a reaching foul there as was brought into the forecourt by Presley. Bibb is the coordinator of the offense. Strong play inside from Aubrey Coleman-Axtell. Number 5 is tough in the paint for Texas.
And Coleman-Axtell, she's getting the ball in a really good position on the low block. She'll learn, too, as she develops to square her shoulders to the basket. Once you're square, you have an easier chance of banking it in.
That's terrific defense. What a steal by Alexa Bibb, the 4'9" point guard from Wiley, Texas. Father's the coach. Got to be exciting to play for Dad. Reggie's very proud of his daughter. One more for Bibb. Rebound basket. Terrific follow-up shot. Putting it in was Coleman-Axtell again. That's a trait of you'll see from the Krush Queens, just driving it so strong. You got to get back quickly defensively against them or they'll burn you.
Yeah, the Queens, they love to play fast. That's their team personality. We're going to push the pace. Once you get the ball, we're going. We're taking off. So all opposing defenses need to sprint back. Get yourself to the block, plant your feet, try and square up and see if you can take a charge. Or hope that the Queens miss a layup.
Tight first half. Played 13 minutes. Texas able to block The Krush off the glass from Oklahoma. It's deflected away and out of bounds, and it's going back to the Krush. That's the way to play defense. Low-scoring first half, but we expected a tight defensive battle in our 2029 game. I just love the effort on both sides.
Yeah, these youngsters, I mean, they have tons of energy already, but the way that they're exerting it out on the floor, they're sprinting everywhere. They have their hands all over the place. You know, as they grow older, too, they'll develop even more consistency with not reaching in as much.
These Crawford girls are terrific, and they're tough to stop, and Brooke Crawford just powered her way in for 2 more for the Krush Queens of Oklahoma. There's one that's up and in. That's well produced for Texas. Knocking the shot down was Moore. Italia Moore. Getting points at a premium. So when you can counter and make shots like that, that's showing some moxie on the other side by Texas. Oklahoma by 1. Lauren Carey was knocked down. Foul, and the Krush will take it out of bounds.
And right now, Dallas being called for a lot of reaching fouls. They have to learn to keep their hands up and slide your feet, move your body, not your arms.
Great defense. Getting back was Brooklyn Henderson. Denying his fine team from Texas, although it was retrieved by Gabby Archer. So Barnes and company have another opportunity. The floater is short. Barnes got it back. She's scrappy out there. It's a turnover, a walk against Texas. I love that it's Texas against Oklahoma. Had an unbelievable football game this year, and have an unbelievable basketball game here. Oklahoma won that Red River rivalry game this season, but one of those high-scoring, great football games. Just a rivalry between these two states.
It's a fun rivalry, too. I'm sure these girls are very familiar with Oklahoma and Texas football as well.
Yeah, we're in Texas, and they love their football in these parts. And they love the hoops as well. Here comes the Krush Queens. That's good passing. And the result is a potential 3-point play. That might have been the best we've seen offensively from either side. Yeah, both these squads can play some pretty entertaining basketball, but that display there, they moved it around and it was beautifully done, and now Carey has an opportunity for a 3-point play as Crawford re-enters. This is Brinley Crawford. A tower of strength on the low block. Carey with nylon. The Krush extends to a 4-point lead.
And this is the first time we've seen this Krush team drop back into a zone. They've added pressure all game long, and now they're showing Texas a different look.
Barnes on the wing. It's a quick unit out there for Texas, and they're getting some loose change. They're winning the 50-50 balls. They're just not hitting shots. Barnes has it. Her 15-footer, that's no good. Barnes chases it down. Boy, Hartley Barnes, 17, is a remarkable player with her effort. They should just take the Lee out of it and just call her Heart Barnes because she has a lot of heart.
She has great anticipation also. She reads the ball well off the rim. She knows where the long rebound is going to go, and she is hustling, trying to go grab it.
Crawford with the theft. Texas back the other way. And another tie-up. We're seeing defense displayed at a premium. These coaches are going at it. You know, they're off the bench. They're explaining things to their youngsters, trying to get them in the right spot, run the right offense, get set defensively.
I love to think of coaches of youngsters like puppet masters. They're almost kind of manipulating where they want their players to be on the court.
Yeah, and it's teachable moments throughout at this age. Even a little bit older players are always willing to learn, but at this age, they just suck it all in. They're like sponges.
It's completely developmental. So everything that these youngsters are doing, it's going to translate as they get older. So you're trying to teach them the proper way to dribble, the proper way to do a running layup off of a left-right step or a right-left step, whatever, if you're going on the right side or left side of the basket. Everything is going to translate as they grow.
Krush Queens by 5. Clock winding down in the opening half of our 2029 championship game. Southwest Regional ladies ball. The Krush by a handful. Picked up nicely by Ternay, number 42. Oh, that one's banked in. Beautiful shot. Ternay may have the best nickname I've ever heard in sports as Crawford cleans up. The Slim Reaper. Half is over. Well, that long ball for Texas closed the gap down. Oklahoma, the Krush Queens, have a scant 2-point lead at the break at the ladies' ball.
All right, we're at halftime, Coach Reggie. Down 2, good first half. Team was scrappy, fighting. What's the key to the second half for you guys to come back?
Just knowing our defensive assignments, making sure we get back and get matched up, especially on some of their guards. They can really play. And then always finishing possessions, boxing out and rebounding.
Awesome. So you come back down 2, come back with a victory. You're on to the finals. So what have you told your girls about playing with intensity?
Man, we always something to go out there and play hard and have fun, man. This is a great team. We played against the Krush Queens a lot of respect for their team and the organization. We always want to play against the best, and there's opportunity for us to do so. So hopefully come out and play hard and come out with a victory.
Good deal. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you.
Bet. Thanks.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Well, our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies' Ball. The Ladies' Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies' Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies' Ball.
All right, Coach DeAndre, Krush Queens up by 2 at halftime. Yep. Tough battle in the first half. Guys both played well. What'd you tell your team at halftime to come out for the second half?
We just got to get some stops on defense, letting them get too many open jump shots out here on the perimeter, and they actually are knocking them down. So, hey, we got to prevent that and then box out on the rebounds.
All right, well, got 20 more minutes till the determining factor to go to Knoxville, so good luck to you in the second half.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Texas's motto is play hard, play smart, play together, and they're going to need to do that to win the championship, trailing the Krush. It's a close game, still within reach for Texas. Kara, what do you want to see in the second half?
I love the pressure of these Krush Queens, and I want to see them continue that. I want the full court press out and make Dallas a little bit chaotic on the floor. And then from this Texas team, they're doing a great job. They're getting a lot of looks at the basket. It's just compose yourself, take your time, square your shoulders, and a nice follow-through release. Back to the basics when they shoot the ball.
Again, Texas has great quickness, and that's their advantage. Barnes can't reach that one. It's out of bounds to the Krush. So this second half will fly by with the running clock. Championship on the line. Crawford took an extra step.
So there's a difference between being quick and rushing. And that's what these girls are going to learn, because a lot of times they're trying to be as fast as they can, but really what they're doing is they're rushing too much and they're out of control. So you can be quick, but that means just go as fast, under control, with the basketball in your hand.
Love the backcourt of Bibb and Barnes, the Killer Bees. Barnes has that one fall for. Hartley Barnes, a fan favorite in Dallas.
You know what? It's the Killer Baby Bees, because these babies are balling out here.
And that shot bums the Krush. Another bee. We can throw a lot of bees out there. They're bothering them with bombs from Barnes. There used to be a great player by the name of Jim Bad News Barnes. Played in the NBA. Terrific all-around talent. Well, we got another Bad News Barnes and Hartley Barnes.
Just don't compare her to the Bad News Bears, and we're good.
No. Only in age. She's bad news for the opponents, though. She's good news for Texas. And going to the free throw line is Aubrey Coleman-Axtell. She's strong inside.
Yeah, Axtell has great size underneath. She's got good length, and she'll develop, too, with her shot.
There's another one coming as she was fouled in the act of shooting.
She's also got great hair out there.
A fashion statement. They're not thinking about fashion right now. They're thinking about championships. And look at this. We got a new ball game. Texas has caught up. The Krush is even with Victory Elite. The Krush from Oklahoma, Victory Elite from Texas. Krush with it, looking to break the deadlock. Pressure all over the floor applied by Texas. That one put up by Presley, too strong. And a tie-up. There's Barnes again. You just got to love the effort of number 17.
She's so active. She's involved in every play defensively. She's ducking under screens, trying to get to her man, reaching in, grabbing the ball.
And looks to be having fun out there. Ross. That one comes up empty, but a good rebound inside. That's how you clean up. Ross had a clean look, and then Archer rebounded it and powered up.
And I like that play by Archer because she felt the defender all over her back, and she did whatever she could just to kind of throw it at the basket and draw that foul.
Gabby loves to read, and that's good to hear, and she loves to bank it in at the free throw line from Plano, Texas. Gabby Archer, a 5-foot forward. I just love the sizes. And a putback, a basket, a hoop, and a harm. And once again, it's Aubrey Coleman-Axtell.
And last time Coleman-Axtell was at the line, we talked about her strength and her length, and she used that to her advantage, getting into the paint with
She
the
gets it
putback.
back. What a play. following up her own miss at the free throw line. A great moment for Gabby. And the Krush Queens are behind here by 5. Timeout on the floor. Aubrey Coleman Axtell having her moments at the ladies' ball.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Well, our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies' Ball. The Ladies' Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies' Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies' Ball.
Well, we've had a surge from Texas. Reggie Bibb's fine team. They've rallied here to take the lead over Krush of Oklahoma. What do you want to see from the Krush to respond, Kara?
They just need to settle in. It's a little chaotic for them offensively. They have to just work the ball and see if their defense can create some easy offensive looks.
The winner goes to Knoxville, Tennessee, and a day to the national championships in the 2029 division. Krush basketball. Crawford at the high post, trying to power her way in. And it deflected away out of bounds.
In the second half, we also have not heard a lot from the Crawford sisters. So I'd love them to be more involved offensively. See if we can post them up on the low block and run maybe a couple give and goes. Some cuts to the basket.
Well, the Crawford sisters are in there. Shot put up by Crawford, short. And they're doing a good job not letting them get too close to the basket.
Every shot is contested right now. Dallas has their hands up, and they're doing a great job. When the Krush Queens shoot, they block them out and grab the rebound. So it's one and done right now for Oklahoma.
Battle inside there again is Aubrey Coleman Axtell. You talk about activity. She's always around the ball. She forced the tie up.
She's gaining confidence as well. With those made baskets, she has a little pep in her step. You can see her bouncing around the floor a little bit more. That's because with each made basket, she's growing in confidence.
Carey did a nice job inbounding that ball under pressure. Presley is the fine ball handler, number 1 for Oklahoma. Barnes detected for the foul. You can hear the coaches telling their players to talk and to communicate. That's so important, isn't it?
On every level, no matter what age you are, you need floor communication. You need to know, hey, I've got this man. I'm over here. I got your back. Hands up. Slide your feet.
Michael Henderson in for Hartley Barnes. That one banks in. That's how you get it done. Beautiful shot. Henderson with the goal.
I love that look. She just got deep into her legs. You saw her bend down and just launch it up in the air.
13 minutes left in this championship game. Foul on the drive.
And what that three-point shot created is momentum and energy. Crawford got the steal on the other end, and now energy has swung in Oklahoma's direction. Here's a chance to tie this game.
Crawford right there, too strong. Sister's able to get it back and get tied up. It's going to go out to Texas. That was Brooke Crawford that was battling to get the ball back for the Krush Queens. Strategic substitutions at this point as Presley got a quick breather and is back in for the Krush. Down to 12 minutes left in the championship game. Texas had some opportunities, unable to finish around the cup. Close ball game, just 2 points separate these two outstanding clubs. Defense starting to take the game over.
Texas has picked up their defense in the second half. They made great halftime adjustments. They're pressuring the ball. They're actually counterattacking Oklahoma's game plan. They're the more aggressive team right now.
Krush goes back the other way. Texas looking to go a little quicker. Now they'll get into their half-court game.
And I like this reset. Take your time, work the ball around. Let's get a good open look.
That's great defense as they challenge shots.
I mentioned before being quick but not rushing. And sometimes you'll see both these teams, they just rush too much. And that's when they start to lose the ball, it gets out of control a little bit.
But as they get older and more accustomed to all the pressure that they see in these games, that relentless defense will thrive under these conditions because these are talented athletes. And it's tough for them to finish at the rim. Midway stage, back half, tight battle for the championship in the 2029 division. Texas and Oklahoma. With Kara Blumfield, I'm Randy Rosenbaum. We're Drive Nation in Dallas, Texas for the finals. The winner goes to Knoxville, Tennessee in the national championships. Tie up on the floor. Great work by Zoe Ross for Texas and Brooklyn Henderson of the Krush of Oklahoma.
I love how tough these youngsters are. I mean, the way that they dive on the floor, this is why they wear knee pads out there, because they know they're going to be diving and scrambling all over the court.
Bibb looking to get inside, but she's denied, and Crawford rebounds. Krush had an opportunity, but just didn't fall for him.
Yeah, the Queens have gone a little bit cold offensively. The last made basket was that nice three-point bank shot we saw, and since then, they're just not finishing at the rim. It'd be nice if they can continue to attack, maybe get a foul call, get to the free throw line, and really watch it go through the hoop in order to create some momentum.
Have to see him get the ball to KJ Cheatham, the lefty. Very talented player. Wears number 30. Try to get it into Crawford, and it's lost. Bibb all the way. Both teams in a dry spell. Low-scoring championship game. Looking at that clock, we're down to 8:15 remaining in regulation. By the way, if we have overtime, it's a 2-minute overtime at the ladies' ball. If they're tied after the 2 minutes, it's sudden death. You could call it sudden victory or sudden death, but it'll be a sudden over for one of these teams, and they want to win it in regulation. How dramatic would that be to go into a second overtime that's sudden death?
I am really hoping for that. I'd love to see it. And I'd love to continue to watch these two teams play. I mean, the way that they are active on this court, they're fighting and battling each other. It's just a matter of who's going to be able to put the rock through the hoop. Both teams struggling a little bit offensively.
Well, Finn Hines on the floor, 4'11", plays very calm. You know, I love her information. They give us a little packet on her, and she says, I love rebounds and cheeseburgers. Now, I don't know how many people talk about rebounds and cheeseburgers in the same sentence.
Oh, I love it. I love these kids. They're just so full of surprises.
Rebounds and cheeseburgers, my two favorites.
Yeah, you think maybe French fries and cheeseburgers, but no, I'll take some rebounds. A cheeseburger and a side of rebound, please.
With ketchup. Well, right now, the Queens trying to play catch-up. They're down by 2. Neither team could just knock any shots down. Archer brings it in. And a foul on Crawford on the knockdown. Boy, these kids are battling, though. You got to love that. Clock winding down in Dallas, Texas. Approaching 6 minutes to play.
We're watching identical game plans here. It's the same on both ends of the floor. Both teams are pressuring. Both teams are having trouble scoring. Both teams are rebounding. It's just a mirror image on both sides of the floor of these clubs.
Crawford got it back, went up for the shot, and had it deflected out of bounds, so it'll be retained by Oklahoma. A pensive bench. Everyone's nervous here. It's the finals. An opportunity maybe to win a national title at the ladies' ball. Got to get there first. Got to get to the finals, and there's Crawford again cleaning up. That's an advantage when you're that strong and physical. So good in the paint. This is Brinley Crawford. Has one more coming.
And this is where Brinley, she just has to really get into her rhythm, dribble the ball, whatever her process is, and focus on the front end of that rim. I love the front end. Some coaches like to teach the back end of the rim. I like the front. It's just a kiss right there.
1 point basketball game. Under 5 minutes to play. It's all on the line. Barnes, Hartley Barnes from the wing. A huge hit for Texas. Well, Hartley Barnes is not only bad news for their opponents, she's missed clutch.
And how about that? Finally, we get a score from Oklahoma after so many minutes of being scoreless. And what does Dallas do? They just, we'll just score right now too. Enough is enough. It's time to put the rock in the hoop.
Got that scrum on the floor and another tie up. And again, you just smile when you watch these young ladies play. They're just so energetic, so much great enthusiasm, so much love for the game. You know, when we introduce them, you know, they all like to eat, but they all like to play basketball. That's their favorite. What's my favorite? I like to play basketball. They love the game. And they love the ladies' ball. Bibb trying to push the tempo for Texas. Three and a half minutes left in this championship game. Bibb. Bibb will back it up. Crawford gets it back for the Krush Queens. 3 minutes to play. Queens need a goal. Just not falling right now for the Krush Queens. They're playing great defense, but they're not scoring at the offensive end.
And this is where Dallas needs to recognize the drought from the offense of this Krush team. And when Dallas has the ball, they need to slow it down. Time is on their side right now.
I think when you're 10 years old, time is definitely on your side. It's good to be young.
I also think when you're 10 years old, you don't know how to slow down. You just want to go at full speed.
They're just embracing life and embracing basketball. Gabby Archer has it. Gabby Archer. A huge basket for Texas. They've built a 5-point lead. It's a danger point right here for Krush. It's just not dropping for this fine team from Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Oklahoma, they're getting great looks at the basket. They're doing everything right defensively, trying to get steals. Just need to shoot it a little higher off the glass. They're a little short on all their shots.
We've gone under 2 minutes left, so we'll have a normal game. There'll be stoppages on every whistle. Stationed at the foul line is Maddie Presley. These are important foul shots for this team from Oklahoma City, the Krush Queens. They need every point they can muster up in the final 2 minutes. Presley earns the bonus. Presley with another charity. Wearing that nice red headband. Crawford got it back. Her sister with the return. The Crawfords doing their job. Putting it through was Brooke Crawford, and it's a 24-22 game. Well, not a lot of scoring, but a lot of suspense. Final minute 45. It's all on the line in the final 2 minutes of this one.
And that's exactly why Oklahoma has substituted in both Crawfords. They need rebounds. They need it on the offensive end and the defensive end. And hopefully if you can get them with those putbacks, that's just another advantage on your side.
1:40 to play in regulation. A steal. The Krush has it. Chance to get even. And a second opportunity will bring them foul shots. Boy, they're just crashing the glass. The Krush is crashing. Going to the free throw line is Maddie Presley again. Again, she's deliberate, shows great concentration, and terrific results. They don't have nerves at this age.
You know, I was going to mention that this is when you start to tighten up in the game and you get a little bit nervous, but I don't think these 10-year-olds care. I think they just like to play hard.
It's a 1-point lead for Texas, but the Krush gets it back. And they lead. So off the return shot, it's 25-24 for the Krush. And a walking violation against Texas, and the Krush has surged to the lead.
This is where Oklahoma, they've just stayed consistent. They haven't changed anything. The only thing that's changed is now the ball is dropping for them. But they're attacking hard, they're crashing, grabbing the offensive rebounds, and they're just seeing it fall.
The Krush showing their mettle, their intestinal fortitude down the stretch to try to win the title. Krush will take a timeout. DeAndre Walter wants to talk to his team. They lead by 1, just over a minute to play. Championship game, Southwest Regional at the Ladies Ball.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Well, our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies Ball. The Ladies Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies Ball.
Just above 1 minute to play. Kara Blumfield, map this out. What do you want to see from these 2 young squads in the final minute?
Well, right now, Oklahoma has possession of the ball, and there is no shot clock. So they do not need to shoot, and Dallas has to be aware of that because at some point you're going to have to foul if they keep running these handoffs.
It's on the ground. It's out of bounds to Texas. Boy, they turned up the pressure and forced the turnover. 47 seconds to decide a champion.
And this is where Texas needs to understand there's still a lot of time offensively. You don't have to rush right now. Just take your time, find an easy open look, and square up and take a nice shot.
Who will be the hero for Texas or Oklahoma? Ross on the baseline is denied. That's a turnover over and back.
Such a great learning opportunity for both teams. These youngsters, just pressure situation. You're in a 1-point ball game. This is a championship game that matters.
The winner goes to Knoxville, Tennessee. Another violation. Texas gets it back. Knoxville, Tennessee, the site of the national championship where the Women's Hall of Fame is. We are looking at the future of girls basketball, women's basketball, 10-year-olds doing their thing. Last minute. Basket! Huge hit. It was Bibb that knocked it in. The coach's daughter, Alexa Bibb, gives Texas the lead. Crawford tries to counter. Texas has it back. Texas has the advantage. A timeout. Alexa Bibb. Bibb hit the triple. She's flexing. I love that.
Oh, this is exciting. Bibb from the beyond the arc, and now you've given yourself a lead right here.
How about that, doing it for your pop on the sideline?
Not only that, it was Bibb who had that costly turnover, the backcourt pass, and you thought maybe that could be it. Oklahoma could have that possession.
Yeah, Reggie turns to his daughter and says, you know, you can have some extra French fries tonight. But they still haven't finished the mission. They're up to 27-25. Krush certainly within distance. It's a one-possession game. Time is of the essence, though, for the Krush, the team from Oklahoma, in pink. But they have to get a turnover. They have to get the ball back. Waning seconds, and the foul is taken by the Oklahoma City team. 11 seconds left.
What a dagger right there. I mean, this has been a back-and-forth game, and Dallas had the lead most of this second half, the entire time. And then Oklahoma got hot, and they started to taste, hey, this could be victorious for us. And now tides have turned back into Dallas's favor.
Hartley Barnes stationed at the line. By the way, her parents are both coaches. And you know what she said? I just live in a gym. My parents are coaches. I just live in the gym. Well, she's in the gym now with critical foul shot opportunity, and she scores. Hartley Barnes with 11 seconds left. Just French fries up there, those ones. And it's a three-point game, and Barnes really wants the rock. Good news, Barnes. Nothing bad news about her for her team. Second foul shot off the iron. It's tipped to the side. Timeout is taken by Texas. Timeout on the floor. 9 seconds left in this championship game at the ladies' ball.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Well, our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies' Ball. The Ladies' Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies' Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies' Ball.
28-25. There's Hartley Barnes with that Texas star, that cowboy star that we're so familiar with. And she's been a star shining bright today in this championship game.
She has been all over the floor, not even offensively, on the defensive end, just diving, getting her hand everywhere, hustling all over the place.
So after the timeout, it's Texas ball. They lead by 3. Oklahoma needs to force a turnover. Get the ball back. They're down in this one. Barnes, they'll chase after her, and they foul her. Barnes can finish the deal. Hartley Barnes can close this one out if she can knock down at least one foul shot. So the Krush needs Barnes to miss, come down the floor and hit a 3 to somehow send it to overtime. The first one is so important. It's the game. It's in the air. It's in the basket for Hartley Barnes. Hartley has one more, but it appears now that Texas will win. Barnes again. Yes. Hartley Barnes. 2 clutch foul shots. It's over. Texas prevails, and they're jumping for joy. They're dancing at the ball. What a great finish for Texas Victory Elite. This team based in Dallas holds off a determined Krush Queens team from Oklahoma City. That was terrific play by both sides in the 10-year-old and under the 20-29 division. Let's meet the happy winners from Texas. They're with Rich McGinnis.
UDA is an awesome opportunity to play and experience academic and sports in the United Kingdom. You know, we represent 6 universities across the board with the opportunity and chance to be a student athlete, to get your undergrad and grad degrees in a shorter condensed time than a traditional NC2A university.
What's the application process like?
Well, our application process is simply you go to our website, we have a quick connect button, you fill out the application, and from that point it gets directed to an admissions advisor. From at that point, what we do is we then connect the student athlete to the coaches for a possible interview overseas through a Zoom process.
And what is the number of universities you represent, and who are they?
Yeah. So we represent 6 universities in the United Kingdom. We got Chester, Leeds Beckett, we got Cardiff Metropolitan, Gloucestershire, and Portsmouth.
Gatorade, the official sports fuel provider of the Ladies Ball. The Ladies Ball is presented in partnership with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, committed to the basketball mission of preserving the past, celebrating the present, and promoting the future. Sports Thread, the official registration partner of the Ladies Ball. Spalding, the official game ball of the Ladies Ball.
All right, here we are, 2029 regional champs in Irving, Texas. What a game, Coach.
It was exciting.
Coach, you brought this team, and you played a great team as well, right, in Krush. And end-to-end, minute by minute, right, you guys played hard and ended up being the regional champs. Tell me about this victory.
It feels good, and we tell the girls, like, we always want to play against the best teams that we can play against. And that team is one of those benchmark teams. And so we always pencil them on the schedule. It's a great team. It's a great organization. They have a great coach. So it feels good to be able to compete with the best and beat the best.
No doubt. And you guys, Coach, maybe a little bit undersized compared to both teams, right? But maybe quicker up and down. You had great guard play. You had great post play. You challenged them, it seemed like, at every angle. And you came out on top. Talk a little bit about the ability of these girls to come up with a big win today.
I mean, we work really, really hard, and we pride ourselves on being the hardest working team that we can be. And we tell them if you work hard in practice, it'll show in games. The games are just a test for us, and so it's an opportunity for them to come out there and show everything that we've been working on. So I'm super proud of the girls.
That's great. And you guys are a Dallas-based team, Coach, is that right? So this is almost a home win for you guys, representing the great state of Texas in basketball. I know, Coach, you signed up a little bit late for this tournament, and we heard all about this great team. We're thankful that you came. And somebody made some big shots, a lot of big shots down the road. Your name is?
Hartley.
Hartley. You made some great foul shots. What was it like sitting on that foul line before you shot those balls? Were you nervous?
Well, I just took a deep breath and I just shot the way I always shoot.
That's great. And they went in, right? That's great. They were big baskets. And what was it like playing against this team in this championship this weekend?
Man, it was crazy. Like, we always play against them, and we only won one time against them, but now we won 2 times, and now it's just amazing.
That's it. And that's a big win. That's a big win, right? That was a big win. You made some great blocks. What's your name? Aubrey. You made some great blocks, played some great defense and offense down low. What was it like to play against their size as well?
I mean, I play with big girls like that a lot. So, but when I joined the team, we never beat that team. So it was new for me to actually beat them.
That's great. That's great. Anybody else want to talk about this win? Oh, you? What do you want to say? What do you want to say?
I'm Rano.
Okay. And are you who's your sister?
Zoe.
Zoe. Point out to your sister. And did you watch the game too? What did you think?
I think it's cool.
It's cool. All right. All right. He thinks it's cool. Well, Coach, listen, it's been a great victory, great day. This is the final game of this championship here today, and it was probably the best game, back and forth, right? Yeah. Youngest girls playing, lights out, right? Crashes, collisions, right? I mean, they played hard, right? So congratulations. Hey, 2029 regional champs. Let's bring those T-shirts out. We're going to see that. Let's get them going.
Kara Blumfield, that was fun to watch. That was a good watch, wasn't it?
I love the energy on both sides. Oklahoma did a great job. They were pressing, attacking, and we thought for a moment they were going to win this. But Dallas, they had Hartley Barnes. Heart in her name, clutch in her game, and that's what we saw.
Dallas comes up Big D in Dallas, and they win it 30-25. For Rich McGinnis and Kara Blumfield, I'm Randy Rosen. We all know that Texas is going to the Hall of Fame. They're going to Knoxville to try to win a national title. We'll see you down the road at the Ladies Ball.